how has our marriage been, and how long have we been married? We've actually been married for 5 years, and it's been a journey of faith, and it's been an interesting one, actually. I was actually a single mom before we got married, and so for you to know that we had a child before our marriage started, because we were three already. So I just have to say that he's an amazing person. So it's made the whole journey an interesting one.
Okay, for me, the marriage has been, a learning journey. It's been very interesting, and truthfully, it's a journey that we started with faith, because it's not everything that we didn't know how it's going to be. We just got into it, from planning the wedding, and after the wedding, it's really been a journey of trusting in God, because everything happened not by our own competence, but it's been a wonderful journey, basically. Interesting. There's a lot of learning in it, and we've become a better version of ourselves. I met her on Instagram. That should be 2018, I believe. Yes, 2018. So, so reason being that, I happen to be like an Instagram marketing trainer. I usually share, tips on Instagram. This is 2018, 2019. I do trainings and all of that. So I meet a lot of people online, because I've come to accept that the online world is the real world right now. So yeah, I just saw. I can't tell. I can't remember how I found that page, but I just saw and I said, who's this fine girl now? And I followed her, and I think that was it. I'm not sure I sent DM. I can't remember all the things that maybe you'll be able to remember.
So he actually followed me. I also had I had like two Instagram pages. One was for my business. The other one, I just share tips, some spiritual stuffs.
Yeah.
So he just followed me. Of course, different people follows me. Like, they follow me, and some send DMs, and some say, "Hello, beautiful. Hi, can I have your numbers?" They say different stuffs. So, but for him, he followed me, and after that, I followed back. And the reason why I followed back was because I saw that, he shared some tips that could actually help my business, because I'm a fashion designer. So, and after that, there was nothing.
Yeah,
but because I'm always curious of, who is this person? I hope he's not a scam, or maybe so I checked his profile. I found out that his pastor at that time was someone I follow and I listen to, that talks a lot about marriage and all of that. So, but after some time, I stopped posting. And then he sent me a DM.
Yeah.
And it was like, "Hello, Oluwasholafumi," because that's my name. "Oluwasholafumi, you've not been posting. Hope everything is fine. Blah, blah, blah." I was like, who is this person? But the way his message came in, it was like every other messages. So I had to reply that, "Oh, thank you very much for noticing. I've not been online, and I'm fine." And that was it. So, but shortly after that time, I went back to his page again, that this person that is asking, what does he want? So I saw that he posted himself. He was like he was in church on the altar holding the microphone. I was like, is this one a pastor? So, and I now dropped a comment. From the comment, he now came back to my DM. That's okay. Do I want to come for the church program?
Yeah. So I think there was a movie. We had a movie night.
Yeah, in church.
So it was a particular public holiday. So I was privileged to have preached in church, maybe like the Sunday before or thereabouts. So the picture, I just put the picture, and then when you do a swipe, you now see the movie night. So when she dropped a comment, Then I now sent a DM to her that, oh, would you like to come for the movie night? Because I just felt, oh, okay, maybe she'll be interested in coming. So I just sent a DM. I mean, I just saw it as this is an opportunity to meet physically, one-on-one. So when she said, no problem, that she would like to come. So that was it. So eventually she came for the, for the program. That was when we met physically. And then from there, we started talking.
Instagram love. My first impression of him, nothing. I actually did not think about anything big deal. Like, because I had some guys that were talking to me. So when you come in, I don't want to think so much because I don't want whatever in my head to cloud my judgment or decide who I'm going to go for. So I didn't have anything at that time. But when I eventually saw him, I was like, hey, is this one a pastor or what? Because I was just like, is he a pastor? Because this one that is speaking in church, or I just told myself that, okay, the Holy Spirit is going to lead me. So that was just it.
Okay, what was my first impression of her? I mean, from following her on Instagram, I realized that she's a fashion designer. And I usually, I appreciate or I love people that are skillful, so that was a good one for me. So to me, I believe that she's an hardworking person, creative, and of course, a beautiful person. So when we met in person again, I realized that I already knew, I mean, prior to this, I'd always thought that I would marry someone that is a little bit taller than I am, but at some point, so when I saw her for the first time, I just felt, this person is short now. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before, but it wasn't a big deal.
Yes.
Anyway, she came in with an Ankara, she was wearing Ankara and all of that. So she wasn't flashy or, unnecessarily. I think you didn't do makeup or anything. So it was just, and I think you even came late for the movie. The movie had started before you came in. So I just came down, picked you up, and then that was it. So basically, and I also knew she was a Christian, because I had checked her timeline, and she looked like a decent person. So she was someone that I wanted to be a friend with, but it just happened at its own time. There was no rushy, because I had followed you 2018. I then think the DM was happened in 2019.
Yes.
Then before we now met, and then we started dating maybe June or thereabouts, or May, June or so. Yeah, that was it. How I proposed to you, yeah, I remember that it was on her birthday, November 27th. I had gone to work, but my friends that were staying together, my flatmate friends, they helped me to prepare everything, the cake and all of that. It was a very simple one. And she also had a friend too, who was also very helpful, because it was supposed to be a surprise. So yeah, it was just a simple thing. And of course, my pastor too really helped. My pastor's wife got the ring that I used. I won't forget that. Very beautiful ring. And I think that was it. So I came back, I ensured I left work. I was working in Yaba, and I was staying at Bega. So I had to rush back. So I ensured I was at home before they came. So it was when I got home, I spoke to your friend that, I'm now around. So they started coming. I think you guys were coming from Magodo area or thereabouts. So, but yeah, so that was it. I think when I was going to propose, it was the wrong hand I was holding.
Yes.
I think I was holding
my right
the
hand.
right hand.
Yes.
Because it was, I'd tried to rehearse the proposal, severally. In fact, my flatmates, Toby, she even told me to rehearse with her, before they came. So, but I couldn't do it because, the planning and all of that. Yeah, so that was it. It was really a beautiful experience, and I played a favorite song. My pastor was really helpful. My sister was helpful too. My sister's husband was around too. Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
And then it was my pastor that did the video and recorded it and shared it on the I mean, it was just a beautiful one.
So
The
let me just
proposal.
add that I was his first girlfriend and I became his wife. So he was not experienced.
At all, I wasn't.
So maybe that was why he was mixing up
Yeah.
the proposal thing.
I was holding the wrong hand. That was it. And I knelt
Yeah.
on one leg,
Okay.
not on two. Yeah, that was it. And then the reason for that was because I just made up my mind from when I was young that I didn't want to have girlfriends because it wasn't fun for me. Maybe because I had older people around me. I was usually around older people, you know. Um, I mean, a big brother to me is Big Sam, who's a movie director, and I was always with him, So I learned a lot of wisdom, and I realized that there was no point having girlfriends when there was no plan behind it. So I told myself that until when I'm ready to marry, that is when I would have a girlfriend, and I would say that, okay, this is the person I want to marry. So I think that was it. Yeah. Thank you.
He didn't ask me out though.
Oh,
He didn't ask me out
I
by
did now.
himself. No. It was
Okay.
his pastor. So after we met, he kept calling. He kept calling. He
Yeah,
kept calling.
just talking now.
But he was not the only one calling. There were other guys. So, and I just tried to make them friends because I want to be careful. Like I said, I wanted to be careful as to, of course, who I was going to get married to. So, but for him, every other person, if I notice that, oh, this is not the person I want, or this is not the kind of person I would like to get married to, I'll just friend zone them. Or maybe I'll just make the talk casual. But for him, I had to ask, please, what do you want? Because this talk, because he was not saying anything. He was just calling me,
Yeah, because I was trying to
talking
get
to
to
me
know
and all
you,
of that. But
That was
after
it.
a while, he was making moves like he wants to marry me, but he was not saying anything. He took me to his pastor. He took me to places where, and I was like, why am I meeting your pastor? So it was the pastor on one day. It was the pastor that said, so what is
What's
going
going
on?
on?
And I was like, ask him. I don't know what is going on because he didn't ask me out. But obviously, what is the
But we
business
both knew
between?
where we're going to now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it
Because
was
when
the
you had
pastor
asked on
that
the
now.
phone, I had mentioned that, I mean, I don't mind we taking this further in friendship to something deeper, So one day like that, I think you came to church. Then after church, pastor just called the two of us. I said, what's going on? That we should pick a date. What's going to happen? This. That I make a decision. My pastor had asked that, are you ready? She said that she has been ready, that I'm the one. So I didn't even know that. So yeah, so that was it. I think it really helped just having someone like that to push and to help me to make a decision. Which one is more important, asking you to be my girlfriend or asking me
Anyway,
to be
during
my
the
wife?
marriage, because I'm the funny one, I have toasted him, asked him out a lot of times. So it
Wow.
doesn't matter.
I can't remember that one.
One thing I like about our wedding was before the day, we had planned the way we wanted it to be. Like we didn't want to spend so much on the wedding day itself and then be stranded. So because I was because I'm a fashion designer and I was a fashion designer at that time, it was easy for me and I was a makeup artist. So all our vendors, it was easy to get them
You made your
together.
clothes yourself.
Yes, I made my bridal outfit myself and some other things. It was a beautiful one.
So just an engagement and reception.
Yes,
In a hall.
although there were some hiccups around. Usually, almost all Nigerian weddings have these hiccups of maybe family issue and all of that. So that happened, but then, thank God, like you said, thank God for his mentor, which was his pastor at that time, and my own pastor too, that made everything easy. We almost said, please, can we just go our separate ways because of those
Because of
issues,
the wedding pressures,
because of
demands,
the pressures and all of that. So, but we thank God that God came through for us, and then we had the wedding that we wanted. We didn't spend so much, and we're not in debt.
We didn't owe anybody.
So yeah.
In fact, after the wedding, we went to collect, some refunds from the venue. It was at a hall that was presumed to be very expensive, but she knew the manager of the hall, so we used relationship, and it was really helpful. We didn't put pressure, no pressure at all, and then we thank God for support from friends, also from my pastor, my boss, and everything. People supported us with gifts, money gifts, and then service and all of that. Yeah, so it was a one day. We started in the morning. I think we started late, maybe 11 or so. My pastor's wife was the alaga, very prestigious alaga, and it was really beautiful. So by 3 o'clock, I think we were done. After the engagement, which was beautiful, we did, our pastor came to bless us and then did the joining. We read the Bible and did that. Then after that, we went to change to the reception outfits. And it was really beautiful,
Yeah.
The comedian that came to was really fantastic, Ashiri. I'd met him earlier and then he said he will come and he didn't charge, he didn't, a relationship started. So basically it was, God helped us to meet the right people at the right time, and the way they supported us, and there was a mutual relationship from there. So it was really beautiful because we started, to be honest, when we were going to get the hall and we went to meet our own contact and they told us the amount we were going to pay, we didn't have the money. We didn't have anything. In fact, at some point, she was even telling me that maybe we should hold on the wedding and let's go and make money first before. But me, I said, you should don't worry that, this life is a life of faith. There are a lot of things we've done in the past that God came through for. So this one will not be different. And then bigger projects are coming in. So, and it's just a life of faith. So we went ahead and we did it. And it was really beautiful.
Yeah. I think we dated for 6 months and we
Yes,
got
6 months,
married
and that
after.
was it. And the interesting thing that happened was after our wedding, that was when COVID came in.
Yes. So it was like, you guys, did
2020,
you know
that
COVID was going to
coming,
happen? Because we had friends that wanted to get married at that time.
Yeah.
And most of them had to do parlor weddings.
Yeah, they had to do a small because they couldn't gather.
So people were calling us like, did you know? Because at some point they thought that why were we rushing our wedding?
Yes.
They thought we were rushing.
Yes.
But in fact, I think our parents thought we were rushing. That can't you wait? Can't you? But just like you said, we were praying, we were making confessions, and then we said we were going to get married January. And then
that was it. Yes.
And after January, I think COVID started, maybe in March or February.
Yeah, I think around March or thereabouts. Yeah, that was it. We ensured that we had the most important things on ground, like the house and everything. We had everything on ground, and even though in the house there was no chair and all of that, we just had a bed. But God helped us. But that was very important. My pastor insisted that you have to get that first before you do the wedding, and that was it. So it's really beautiful, and we thank God. Yeah. What's the biggest lesson our marriage has taught you so far?
When two people come together and they agree, then whatever they want, whatever it is they do together, God is going to make it work. Anytime we come together and agree on anything, it happens. So that is one thing I've learned, and I decide that we've talked about it, and we have decided that henceforth, if he wants us to do something, I have to agree. And when I say agree, not just to affirm, in my mind, in my heart, I have to make sure I align with whatever I want so that it can happen. In fact, when we were going to get our first car, he was saying it casually that, don't worry, next year. And it was exactly how he said it. Don't worry, next year. I think I was pregnant, and he was like, don't worry, next year, someone can just call us that come and take this car. And I was like,
and that was exactly what happened.
I didn't disagree with him. I didn't disagree with him, but I was just indifferent about it. And then, okay, same year, towards the end of the year, then his boss just called him that, okay, go to so place, pick up this car. And that was it. So, and ever since that time, some other things happened. When we're going to have our second child, the way he wanted it to, he just said it that, okay, after 2 years.
The first one was a boy, then he wanted the second to be a girl after 3 years. Yes. I just said it casually.
Yeah, he just mentioned it, and I didn't disagree, and you
It
know,
happened.
it happened effortlessly. We didn't have to, pray about it or struggle. So, in a nutshell, I've noticed that in our own marriage, anytime we agree on certain things, then it happens for us.
What is your biggest fear and insecurities when it comes to our marriage? And how can I reassure you?
I'm a strong woman. I don't have fears. I don't
Okay, now.
overthink things. So
Nice.
I don't, even when I have thoughts coming to me that, okay, what if, I don't think I've ever thought of my husband will leave me. No. I'm too valuable for you to leave me. So I don't have unnecessary thoughts or fears. And anytime they come, which I can't remember any, I push them back with the word of God. So I don't think I have any fears that I can remember.
Nice.
What's the funniest thing that happened in the bedroom?
Hey, whoa. What happens in the bedroom? So I think we chase ourselves sometimes in the bedroom.
Chase?
Is it chase now? That
As
sometimes you want to sit on me.
You see?
And I try to don't do that. Or maybe you try to
I'm
tickle
fun,
me.
right?
Yeah, you are fun. I think there are times that she'll want to tickle me and I'll tell her that don't go there. Maybe I'm not just in the mood. Then when I realize that she's not ready, I'll tell her that, hey, this thing you want to start, you'll not be able to finish it though. So when I now start my own, then she now start begging that I should stop.
Okay.
Have you know? That's
Because
what
men do not like to be tickled. You don't like to be vulnerable, like laugh and
maybe.
giggle.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm working on to be playful and all of that.
Sometimes
No,
just relax.
I want to now tickle me because of all of the pressure of wedding and all of that. There was a time my wife called me and said, you know what, let's just go our separate ways. That these people are stressing me, third party and all of that. And I just told her that she should hold on and that we'll work it out. With what you know about me right now,
Okay.
if I had not asked you out, would you have asked me out?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because of course, you are the kind of person I want to get married to. And thankfully, you're my husband.
Oh.
So because you give me peace of mind, you give me
I
joy.
don't like trouble.
You give me joy. And yes, you don't have everything in the world, but I love you just the way you are. So I would have asked you out. Because I had met some guys that they can use armor to break your heart. So you're just perfect for me.
Wow,
so
thank you.
I would have asked you out.
Interesting. Okay, if there's one thing I could do to improve our relationship, what would it be?
Me, I like PDA. I don't know.
Public display affection.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though I'm the
I'm
kind of
not-
person, I try to accept people for who they are and I try to adapt. I don't, when I see that, oh, this is not, so I like it to be more, romantic and, affectionate.
Wow.
Like, act it more. I know
It's
that.
for people to see. I can act it in the house now.
Inside and outside.
Okay, but I act
Inside.
it in the house now.
I like it outside.
Outside too. Okay, no problem.
Add
I'll work
it.
on it.
Like Jara, let it be there. So I know you love me. You do it with actions, and I see it. But you know I'm a woman now. Sometimes it will
That's
be
true.
like that, Jara.
Noted.
So yeah, I think for me that's it.
Okay.
And then because you are almost like perfect.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the only thing.
Okay, I'll work on that.
To my husband, Tayo Ojo, my pastor, my friend, I want to say thank you for everything you are and everything you've been to me and our children. And most importantly, I want to say thank you for loving Jeffrey, your son, your first son. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And, like I always say, I'm going to buy you that car. That car, the one you want, I'm going to buy it for you. Don't worry. So And definitely, I want us to do this, continue to do this till we have gray hairs. And like I was telling you on our way here, nothing is going to take you away from me. And I'm definitely going to be your ride or die till death do us part. So I love you so much. You are an amazing person. And if I'm going to even pick or suggest to my younger self or my daughter, I'm going to say, marry someone like your father, because you are just close to perfect. Thank you so much for everything that you have done and that you are still doing, for loving me and for taking me as I am. Thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. You are just too much. Thank you, darling.
Dear Shola Ojo, my sweetheart and my honey, like I always call you, thank you for coming into my life. And the truth is, I didn't envisage that falling in love and getting married would be this easy. You made it very easy, because I mean, I've seen a lot of stories. I've heard a lot of stories of people chasing after, someone they love, but ours is a mutual one. When we met, when we spoke, it was mutual. We chased each other, and then, we stood by each other. We also fought for each other. Even though we had our ups and downs, which is normal, but I'm glad that you stayed. I'm glad that, our love stayed and our love kept growing. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, so I don't expect you to be perfect, but I love you exactly the way you are. And, when we had our kids, you were such a loving mother who was ready to protect your kid and also protect your husband. I want to say I love you. I want to say that I cherish you, and all of the promise I've made, I believe that God is going to help me with time. I'm going to do far and beyond. And I am certain that this journey we have started would be a journey of bliss, and most importantly, a journey that when we share our journey with others, is going to inspire others, and people would love to get married, and they will do it the right way, the way God intended it. Because, I mean, God is a family man, so marriage is important, and I believe that it's going to help a lot of people, just as we have become a better version, and we keep growing into the love that God has given to us. Thank you for doing life with me. I love you, and I'll love you more and more. Many, many more thousands. Well, if we live more than 1,000 years, yes, many more 1,000 years.
My name is Shola Ojo.
My name is Tayo Ojo.
Love is beautiful.
Love is kind.
Love is patient.
And love is gentle.
And this is 5 years after.